Happy Labor Day to you too. How's it going?
It's going. I'm thrilled to spend the last final 2 hours with you, and thank you for the Chef Curtis Stone takeover. We're going to begin though with something that it's hard to describe how absolutely delicious they are. So I hope we get a phone call from our customers.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to begin with your elite pork ribeye steaks. They are fork tender, super flavorful because of the brining that you do, incredibly juicy. And anybody that's tried them, you know how absolutely great these are. Final chance to be able to order everything today, Chef, because of Labor Day weekend. The whole show is on 5 flexible payments and free shipping.
Crazy.
So, I know.
And Marlo, like we're at the end of this visit. I'm saying a visit, I mean, I'm just standing here in my test kitchen, but I had a peek before I came out. We had like 300 odd packs of burgers, 400 odd packs of ribeyes. Everything is super limited, you guys, so forgive us if we run out, but we're going to do our best. Even the salmon, the Faroe Island salmon, super limited. But can I tell you about this pork ribeye? It is such a wonderful cut of meat. Now, let me just explain it to you. What's the difference between a pork ribeye and a beef ribeye? Absolutely nothing, apart from one comes from a pig and one comes from a steer, right? So if you look at this, this is the exact same steak that you get from beef. But, of course, we're talking about premium pork. Now, this comes out of a small family farm in Pennsylvania. It's Duroc is the breed of pig. But, Marlo, the most incredible thing of all, I'm going to take 3 of these beautiful pork ribeyes, is how juicy they are. Watch this, Marlo. I'm going to cut right on through them, spin it around. Now, don't forget, we have brined. Let me move these tongs so Dave doesn't get mad at me. He gets quite grumpy, you know, Marlo, when I put things in the way of his camera. Now, look at this. I mean, it is so juicy. We have brined it in a little sugar, salt, black pepper, and citrus. And, wow, the flavor is to die for. I mean, let me just show you. You can see how juicy and wonderful they are. But look at this, Marlo. I can cut a piece, and you can see all very lean, all very wonderful in terms of the texture. But look at this, Marlo. I'm cutting through it with a spoon. I mean, that just goes to show how tender and incredible this is. So I better shut up and let you tell everybody how many they get, how it's coming. It is all coming dry, frozen on dry ice. And let me tell you something. Everybody that eats this falls in love with it.
Absolutely. So here's how they come to your home. We've sold over 800 of these. So if you'd like to have it, final quantities. We have single ship and we have auto ship. And in the auto ship, and with the auto ship, you can actually have these delivered every 60 days, every 90 days. It's totally customizable. We only have 150 left in the auto ship. And that doesn't surprise me a bit, Chef, because anybody that's purchased them before, I know will come back and get them on auto ship. Chef, I want to explain Flexpay to our customers because we get a lot of new customers that are shopping for the very first time. So here's what Flexpay is. It's an opportunity for you to not pay the full price today if you'd like to have them. As a matter of fact, Flexpay is instant, it's free, and it's interest-free. What does that mean? Any credit card, debit card, bank card, PayPal, $11 and change, plus the tax, because we always add the tax to the first payment. So roughly around $12, $13, $14, this is going to be in your home in less than a week. So it's and it's probably one of your #1 best-selling choices in food, don't you think, Chef? The pork ribeyes.
Oh, absolutely. And because of the value, Marla, I mean, the value on this is crazy. Let me show it to you. I'm going to take one of these ribeyes, just one, right? And I'm going to cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how the knife glides through it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slices of the ribeye. Now, look at this. They're not little flimsy slices of pork. These are big, generous slices of pork. So if this is enough for one portion and this is enough for the other, and I don't know, maybe you're cooking for 2 people. If that's enough for 2 portions, well, now let's do the math. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 portions of pork. Divide that by $59. I mean, we're talking about less than $3 a portion, Marlo, and the flavor on this is just insanely good.
Yeah.
While you're picking this up, you've really got to get my condiment sauces. I've got the signature ketchup, I've got the smoky and sweet barbecue sauce, and then the sweet, tangy mustard. So they come in a 3-pack, and they just work so beautifully with this pork, especially that mustard, Marlo. It's so good.
Yeah, they are so delicious. So, Chef, I'm getting some questions on Facebook, and we've got so many people that are saying hello. So I want to let you know who's saying hi. Barbara is saying hello. Hey, Barbara says, I'm proud of myself. I finally remembered about the show. Yay, Barbara! Set your clock, 5 o'clock every Monday, and we're here, but I'm glad to have your company. I want to say hi to Cheryl Johnson. She's saying the ribeye is her favorite steak. Who else is here? Monica Grace is here. Hi, Monica. Happy Labor Day to you. Vicki Lee is here. So I want to let you know. Also, there's a quick question. People are seeing a little pink, Chef, in the pork, and they want to know if that's okay to have just that little bit of pink in your pork.
Yeah, it totally is. Marlo, back in the day when pork wasn't produced very well, you couldn't eat it rare, okay? These days, you can eat pink a little pork, but let me give you the tool that allows you to cook it exactly as you like, because I've got my Kinetic Thermometer here. It works off kinetic energy, so all you're gonna do is give that a quick shake. You'll see it come to life, flip it around and take the probe out. Okay, get your pork chop, and then you're gonna probe it into the thickest part of that pork chop. Now, you might say to me, well, I don't know what temperature's which. I've got this at 130 degrees, and if I roll it over, 130 tells me that's medium. Now, you can go to 150, 160, whatever you want, okay? Pork, you can eat pink, but let's get a couple that are well done, because I want everyone to see even the well done pork still is ridiculously juicy. And the reason for that, Marlo, is because of how we've brined it. So, yes, you're absolutely right. Who was it that asked that question, Marlo? It's a good question because a lot of people are unsure. Now, if we were talking about chicken, different story, Marlo. You can't cook chicken pink. That's got to be cooked all the way through. But pork can still have that pink hue.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
wow, Marlo, we're getting very limited here on the auto ship. We've got less than 100.
I will say this: if someone is new and if you love pork, this is it's to die. It's so good. Right, because of that brining. They're brining it. And Chef, explain to us the brining process, because that's the part that takes a long time, but it just makes this so mouth-watering and fork tender. So explain to us about the brining process.
Yeah, so what we do, Marlo, is we just basically dissolve sugar and salt in water with whatever aromatics you like. We use a little citrus, a little black peppercorn, and then we soak the pork in there so it soaks up. So it's kind of like seasoning from the inside, the same way you would with your turkey. But have a look at this, Marlo. When I cut through this, and I'll cut this on a bit of an angle so you really get to see it, you can see just how juicy and incredible that pork chop is.
And right? Chef, while you do that, Chef, I'm gonna need to get in there, and I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Sure.
But we have Vicki Lee from Texas that wants to say hi. She's actually calling in, so I want to make sure we have a chance to talk to her. Hi, Vicki Lee. It's Marlo, and of course, Chef, how are you?
Hi, Marlo. I'm doing fine, Chef. I'm doing fine. I have got to tell everybody about your pork steaks. My husband,
yes, please do.
And my husband is addicted to them. He said that you have ruined him for any other kind of a pork steak, and he insists that we have them. So I have them on auto ship. And then I do want to ask, we have the salt, the smoked salt with the steak sauces on auto ship. Is there a way that you could start offering just the salt, because we use it so much?
Isn't it so good? I've got that request a couple of times, so I'm going to figure out how I can do it, because the way we ship it, we've got to make the pack a little bigger, but I'll get a couple of other salts and do it. You're so right, though. It is such a beautiful salt. We smoke it, and what everybody, I'll grab it for you, because it comes in a set of 3. Sorry to run off the set like that. But we've got the set. I'm in my test kitchen. This is the smoked butcher's salt. We smoke the salt with a little bit of black pepper, and then we've got the 2 sauces, Cabernet Californian red wine sauce, and then the mesquite sauce, which, by the way, that mesquite sauce over this, you're right. We should be doing that for you. We should do the, we should definitely do that smoked salt on its own, because if someone's going through the salt faster, then we will. Let me get to work on that for you. It's a great idea. There's the salt there.
And
oh, so good.
I wanted to tell you that I got the 3-piece set that you kicked off the holiday weekend with before they sold out. And I have one thing I think I would like to see on that is if you had magnets in the handles so that when you put the fry pan with the wok part as a Dutch oven, it gives it more stability while you're carrying it from point A to B.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
I like that idea a lot, yes. Now,
Yeah,
I've got another one for you. Check this out, my darling. This is my pop-up cooler. So in here, I've got all of these beautiful cold drinks. Okay, so but this is how it comes. So when you go into the beach, you can just throw it over your shoulder like that, okay? And it's very, very easy to carry along.
Oh, that's neat.
And stores so well. Yeah, Marlo, this is brand new. I haven't even shown it to you yet. And then to pop it up, you just unclip it, and up it comes. That's so cool.
I love that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, me
Chef,
too.
I watch your shows, and most of the time I'm like, own it, own it. One last thing, those Kinetic Thermometers, I brag on them all the time. I tell people buy 2 because you need one for your kitchen. Put one in your emergency kit because if you're bugging out, you don't want to deal with something that has batteries, but maybe you're going to need to take the temperature of something to make sure it's safe to eat or drink.
That's a great point. Great idea.
That's a great idea. We keep one out by the grill. I say to my wife, Lindsay, you are not allowed to touch it, darling. That's man's business, okay? And we keep one there, and then we keep one inside as well for the roast because you're right. You know, all you do with that kinetic thermometer is you pop the probe into the thickest part of the meat, and it's going to give you a digital readout. I want to show everybody what you're talking
Chef,
about.
We're going to say goodbye to Vicki, but Vicki, have a wonderful Labor Day. And thank you so much, my love, for your phone call.
Thanks for talking to me, Marlo and Chef Kirk.
Thank you so very much, Vicki. We absolutely love talking to you. All right, Chef, they're asking us to wrap it up on the ribeyes. So if you'd like to have it, last show, last chance. Remember, final few hours with the 5 flexible payments and the free shipping and handling, $11.99. If you only get the pork ribeyes, you'll be hooked. They are just that delicious. So thank you and congratulations to those of you that have ordered. Hey, if you're like Vicki Lee and myself and you looked at that pop-up cooler and you're like, I love that. Well, you can